Hare Krishna, Mataji, you can start.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to read the book Namacharya by Srila Haridasa Thakura, Chapter 2. After leaving his home, Haridasa Thakura stayed for some time in the forest of Benapola, which was situated in the area of the village Benapola in the district of Yashohara, which is now in Bangladesh. He constructed a cottage in a solitary spot in the forest, planted a tulsi plant, and began to constantly chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. A formula composed of the 16 names of the Lord and formed of 32 syllables. Such chanting of God's holy name is called Tarak Brahmanama, or the name that helps one cross beyond the ocean of illusion. The Thakura chanted throughout the entire day and night. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's comments. Haridasa Thakura used to chant the holy name of his beads 300,000 times daily. Throughout the entire day and night, he would chant the 16 names of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One should not, however, imitate Haridasa Thakura, for no one else can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 300,000 times a day. Such chanting is for the Mukta Purusha, or liberated soul. We can follow his example, however, by chanting 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on beats every day and offering respects to the Tulsi plant. This is not at all difficult for anyone, and the process of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with a vow before the Tulsi plant has such great spiritual potency that simply by doing this, one can become spiritually strong. Therefore, we request the members of the Hare Krishna movement to follow Haridas Thakura's example rigidly. Chanting 16 rounds does not take much time, nor is offering respects to the Tulsi plant. The process has immense spiritual potency. One should not miss this opportunity. To maintain himself, Haridasa Thakura would go to a Brahmana's home and beg for some food. His saintly presence, activities, and practices began to attract a following amongst the local inhabitants, and news of his glories also began to be broadcast to other regions. Raghava Chaitanya Prabhu comments all the virtuous inhabitants of the village regarded Thakur Haridasa as a great saint. They were greatly impressed by the various marks of devotion which they had never witnessed on others, and his extraordinary love for the holy name. He gained within a short time great popularity among the local people. His reputation spread even to distant places. People from distant places collected there to have a sight of the saint. They rendered him various services and tried to follow his soul stirring instructions. The envious Ramachandra Khan, however, the local administrator of those parts and a holder of large tracts of land named Ramachandra Khan, became agitated at the Thakura's growing influence. He was envious of Vaishnavas, and Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami calls him the chief of the atheists. He could not tolerate that such respect was being given to the Thakura, so he designed a plan with the help of his ill-intentioned friends. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura comments, the sight of Haridasa endeavoring with a singleness of purpose to take the name aroused the feeling of hostility in the malicious section of Hindu society. The pure-hearted people were delighted with the spectacle of Haridas' unprecedented love for the name, but the evil impulses of certain persons imbued with the mischievous instincts of brutes were not subdued. One of the leaders of the body of haters, of devotees, formed the resolution of devising, devising a method of defiling Haridas. This man, by the name of Ramachandra Khan, was very well known in those parts. He had also an immense following, and great material prosperity made him proud. Under the advice of several mean minded friends, he prepared to engage himself in an evil deed. He, Haridas, an alien, had come to reside in the village of Ramachandra. Without offering to support the evil deeds of Ramachandra, he was always occupied with the name of Hari. Although born in a Yavana family, he uttered vocatives of the Sanskrit language in calling God. The name uttered by him because he prayed with a loud voice penetrated into the auricular cavities of persons like Ramachandra Khan, etc. And such hearing, the opinion of Ramachandra Khan being clearly against the Shastras, Ramachandra volunteered to create trouble for Haridas. I'll stop here, Prabhu.
We still have time, Mataji. It's yeah.
In the above commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, he notes the malicious behavior of those persons in the higher caste that was commonly exhibited towards those of lower caste and births. Rather than being enlivened by the wonderful spiritual success story of Srila Haridasa Thakura, Ramachandra Khan and others of his like reacted in an envious way, like animals defending their territory. In this case, it was not so much territory as prestige and social standing that was being defended. This was contrasted with the reaction of the more pious members of Hindu society of that local who were clearly delighted to see the spiritual advancement of the Thakura and considered themselves fortunate to have his association. Haridasa Thakura, in the minds of the demonic section, would be made to suffer for the misfortune of being an outsider, an alien in every sense. He was a Muslim. He was not from that part of the country, and he was engaging in a controversial practice, chanting the holy names of God. Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami states, by no means could he find any fault in the character of Haridasa Thakura. Therefore, he called for local prostitutes and began a plan to discredit His Holiness. Raghava Chaitanya Prabhu comments, unfortunately, Ramachandra Khan took Haridasa Thakur to be a mere beginner in the devotional field, a weak-minded emotionalist who could be made an easy victim to the temptations of the world. Puffed up with the vanities of wealth, youth, and rank, he did not understand the marvelous glories of the devotees of Sri Hari. Having full faith in his newly invented plan, Ramachandra can secure the help of the best prostitutes of the locality and ask them to spoil the character of Haridasa Thakur. He promised them huge rewards. All these prostitutes, except one, did not accept the offer and retired. But one of them, a young and the most beautiful among the whole ventured to accept the offer and assured him success by bringing ruin on the character of Thakur Haridas in 3 days of time.
I think that's good, right, Prabhu? Yeah.
Yeah, we can stop here. Hare Krishna.
Okay. This chapter describes about Haridasa Thakura's dedication in chanting the holy name of the Lord. So Haridasa Thakura constructed a cottage in the middle of the forest with tulsi plant and chanted 300,000 names of the Lord daily, day and night. For us, it is impossible to do this many rounds, but at least chanting 16 rounds is imperative. It also mentions about the importance of offering respects to the tulsi plant, because this process have a great spiritual potency. Then what happened was soon people became so envious of Haridasa Thakura, and among one person was Ramachandra Khan. Because Haridasa Thakura is a Muslim and he was engaged in controversial practice, so they become jealous of him and wanted to spoil his character. So they plotted, they bought prostitutes to defame him, and some among so many prostitutes they approached, and one of them agreed